hurricane or a tornado comes, there's the event itself, and then there's the recovery from the event. And the event is very displacing. People evacuate, they can't go to work, those kinds of things. And those things disrupt the labor market. That is, they disrupt people's ability to work.
The closure of I-84 between Troutdale and Hood River is causing headaches for people, including truck drivers.
That truck's stuck over there on the east side. So hopefully they'll get it under control and get it done.
There's the recovery, right? And then the recovery is where the houses start to be rebuilt, people clear things, and that tends to generate more economic activity. So you see this decline during the event and then an increase after as people are recovering from a big event.
The Red Cross continues recovery efforts all across the Rio Grande Valley. Those impacted by the flooding are encouraged to head out to service centers.
We thought that it might be quite different what happens in a wildfire compared to a hurricane or tornado. And actually, in fact, one of the things we find is that it is quite different in what happens in the labor market.
During a fire, it's probably the only natural disaster, well, one of the only natural disasters out there that, we throw a big fight at, right? When hurricanes come, we don't send people out there blowing the hurricane back, or we don't try to hold the earth together when the earthquakes come, right? But with fire, we actually think we have some ability to manage fires. And so that ultimately what that needs is resources. We see that when wildfires happen, we see a lot of dynamic effects, but on average, we see a teeny little bump in employment and wages. Over time, we start to see a drag on the economy in places that have fire, and actually that plays out in two ways. One is we tend to see places that have big fires, really large fires, where we throw a lot of money into them, where that might change the landscape quite a bit. We see a reduction in growth in employment and wages across the board, across the entire economy. The other thing that we see is this seasonal amplification. So we know economies go up and down, we get more employment during some times of the year and less during other times of the year. And that's the seasonal trends. But in places that have fires, especially these really big fires, we see those trends go up higher, the highs are higher and the lows are lower. And that can last for a period of time after fires happen. And when we get multiple fires happening, either within a year or back-to-back years, we see those seasonal amplifications go even bigger. From a research perspective, what we can do is help unpack where the positives are and where the negatives are in time and in space and across different sectors of the economy, to understand who's benefiting and who's losing from the types of choices we're making and the experiences that we have.